It's gonna be the finals between Call of Rally 2, and it's two of these biggest teams in both countries, Malaysia and Singapore. Malaysia, representing Malaysia, is gonna be Orange esports, and from the Singaporean corner, it's Impunity. So that's it. It's gonna be a battle between me and Lark. Lark representing Malaysia, Babael from Singapore, of course. So yeah, both of us gonna enjoy it today, and I'm Babael. With me is Lark, as I mentioned before.
Yeah, really awesome. Hooray, man. Finally, we are here. Orange esports vs impunity.earth. Probably the biggest matchup. Of course, a lot of people kind of expected these two teams to, meet each other in the finals. It's not too hard to see, but we definitely could be in for a really, really rough ride here because both these teams are really, really strong. We could actually see kind of a preview as to what kind of games they might have in HoN Tour Southeast Asia cycle number 4, man.
Yeah, it's big, and that's it. I hope that in HoN Tour Southeast Asia, it's a different story because you've got all the Thai teams, you got Nova there, and all the extra elements that they put together. But when it comes down to Malaysia and Singapore, no doubt both of these teams are gonna show you a very good game. So that's it. We are looking for a very good placing going forward into the grand finals of Malaysia-Singapore HoN Championships. But before we go there, the Call of Rally 2 is gonna show us a little bit of a preview as to what's gonna be on the table to be expected coming up from there.
Yeah, very, very much so. I mean, like all these teams that have been coming out from all these different qualifiers, they've made it this far into the competition. Of course, just Call of Rally, just giving again, like you nicely mentioned, that kind of sneak peek, little preview as to what's gonna go down. And holy shit, do we have a game in store for you guys? Just looking over at the bans, man, very standard again. Keeper, Fade, Ophelia, Sandwraith. A lot of these heroes need no introduction as usual. Very, very strong heroes in their own right. And I think that Tempest could definitely be a perfect pickup for either of these teams now, unless they're gonna just deny that, because we see that being happening a lot in the Southeast Asian. HoN Tour Southeast Asia, where teams just surprisingly they don't even need to ban him out or even pick him out. He's just left alone, completely desolated, forever alone. Poor guy, Tempest.
Completely forgotten, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You see, previously teams were afraid, oh, what about the big Tempest ultimate? And they're like, let's just ban it away. Or normally, if you're on the first pick, you will not ban it. You just wait for your opponent to ban it. In this case, they just ban out the Keeper, which shows that they may actually want to run the Tempest. But for Hellborn, they just don't want to pick that up. And that's interesting to see. They also nicely ban out the Fate and Sandwraith, both of which are very strong heroes. Don't forget that. But, however, please keep in mind that Kido plays fantastically well in mid lane, and that is some of the things that I have to reinforce over and over again. And I'm about to say that the Bubbles is the pick that Kido is famous for. He did have an annihilation in the HoN Tour Southeast Asia against a big team using Bubbles, man. So that is a huge sign of things to come. And can Impunity, or rather in this case, impunity.earth or Impunity is the same team here, can Impunity really man up against this Bubbles from Kido?
They could potentially, maybe. We also don't know yet whether or not this Bubbles is going to be in the mid lane. Of course, you can always go on to Sivir as well, but there's a lot of other off-lane heroes still in the pool. Things like the Lodestone, if they want to go old school again. There's even the Kraken that's not been addressed just yet. I mean, there's so many things I think we'd go for in this kind of game. And as for the mid lane, they haven't really secured anything. Definitely looking very good for Legion team because they have Moon Queen on top of the lockdown from Bubbles. That's really huge. Master of Arms is going to synergize really nicely with Moon Queen and the rest of his team with the defensive Master's Call, of course. The offensive one is just going to be perfect for Moon Queen. Just going to throw out so many glaives. You'll see the entire map full of glaives that you'll be completely blinded. But Hellborn, they're no joke themselves. Like they have the Pestilence, they have the Hag, and they have the Engineer. That's huge team fight as well. And let's not forget about Anduin's Pestilence. He always seems to find the sweet spot, the juicy sweet spot where he always can find ganks.
Yeah, and that's it. It's gonna be good. It's interesting to see that because Pestilence is a hero that has got very good stun potential with Impale. Initially, I thought that Pestilence is one of the worst heroes with stun because it's just all around him and that's very protective. However, if you've got a Polyl Key, definitely it's going to mean a lot for Pestilence. It's also easy to use, plus the fact it's got Take Flight, so it doesn't even need good boots to begin with in the earlier part of this game. Of course, boots is going to be a necessity towards the later part, but still early game with Take Flight, he's going to fly, man, and that bot can fly. So that's, yeah, of course it can, like the Avatar would normally say, but that being said, in this particular game, I hope that it's going to be good because we have standard lineup coming from the Legion side. Don't forget the WTF on the Moon Queen. He's going to be the carry, and he's played this so well before, matching high levels of GPM. Of course, we all missed the 700 GPM Draconis, but that is about 2 years or 1 year back, and that is history. Now it's about the Moon Queen, it's about the newer heroes, about stuff that can tie nicely with the current meta game. And that's it. In the second banning phase, we have the Dampier ban out straight away by Mr. Ghost Top Throw. Kraken being banned out by Anduin, following which is going to be a Bushwhack, Lodestone Scout, and Tempest being banned finally. They somehow decide that, nah, we're not going to hear Tempest and just ban it out. It seems like they kind of expected Legion side is going to run a little bit of a jungle role. But that is, I mean, that could be possible, but they will go with the Revenant pick instead. Revenant on Endkiller would be a very strong hero as well. I mean, it can switch around. Endkiller can play the Bubbles in the Suicide, and Revenant can be played by Kiddo. That should be fine as well. Or it can be the other way around. It is pretty flexible, and that's the thing I like about Orange lineup. It's always being flexible.
Yeah, but I definitely feel that Kiddo will be playing in that mid lane with that Revenant. I mean, he had a pretty stellar performance in a couple of other games that I casted with Ice over there. I just hate the fact that he keeps using this crappy skin. I wish he had that.
El Diablo, right?
Yeah, El Diablo. Like, that's so damn cool. Like, how can you not get that avatar? But anyways, enough of the avatar shit talk. I just definitely feel that those bans coming out are really, really strong. And yeah, they actually picked out a Wild Soul. In my opinion, that can be very risky, because that's quite greedy. You have to have certain amount of farm on Hag and Wild Soul, so that could be quite dangerous.
And Hellbourne team going with the Tricore as usual. You got a Pestilence, you got a Hag, as well as the Wild Soul, all of which needs good farm. The problem is, can they mat up against the Legion's aggressiveness in this kind of a gameplay? We've discussed this before. Orange esports is a hell of an aggressive team. They are by far the most aggressive people in the Southeast Asia region. I can't believe I said that, but they are angry people. So when you meet with angry people, you're gonna have to man up to the level where you can hold the front. You can't say, oh, I'm gonna chicken in and I'm just gonna go play passive gameplay and retreat and farm. By the time you're done, they're at a base, man, and with good items, with good kill streak, with good goal lead. So when you fight angry people, be angrier than they can be. That's the way you should win. I'm giving bad advice to kids right now, but I'm saying this from a good standpoint for this game. And Orange esports, that's a lot of aggressiveness in the lineup. Even Moon Queen is not that late a game, kind of a carry. It is very effective early on in the mid game already, and that is the problem, because if you look at the Hellbourne's lineup, yes, Hack can be good, but can the Hack win the Moon Queen in the mid game? The answer is no. Can a Hack plus Wild Soul win the Moon Queen? That is questionable already, and Pestilence is going to come into play here. Can Pesty win a game? So it's all going to boil down to whether the Tricore can break the Moon Queen, and in this case, they are going to think real hard. It's going to be a Polywalk Prince. The Frog is going to come out. Out comes the Frog Prince, guys. It is. I hope it's not gonna be Shui, man, because calling him a Frog Prince is gonna be sad. Oh, Mr. Ghost. Okay, that is a little bit more appropriate.
I actually like that pick. It's been so freaking long since we have seen Polywalk Priest being picked up more as the mid lane hero. The major problem with him was because of the fact that he had a tongue tied. It's a super good lockdown, but it gets you in such a bad position. You need things like Shrunken Head and shit like that to actually survive. The Voodoo Wards will be very, very good for them in this case, because it's gonna counter a lot of this aggression coming from Wild Soul and the rest of his lineup coming out from this Hellbourne team. But yeah, I really like that Polywalk Priest setup. If he's and like as a support role, if he's able to get early farm and be able to rotate around with the rest of his the support from the rest of his team, then that could be another huge factor to that, because they can be the aggressors instead. They'll be pushing down the towers much more faster. That Wild Soul can even get his bloody what is it, Mock of Brilliance. So the bloody brilliance, man.
I'd love to see item avatars now instead of.
Oh yeah, that would be such a cool idea.
Yeah, I should write an S2, man. They should employ me like today.
Oh,
we have a bloody Mock of Brilliance on the Hellbourne side. But anyway, guys, game 1 well underway. Sorry for the cut there, Lark. But yeah, Legion side is going to be Orange esports, and interesting enough, none of them are going to have the clan tag. It's they are not from Orange. Only Mr. Ghost Top Troll, they just left Orange. Left Mr. Ghost there. But anyway, Mr. Ghost Top Troll, also known as Mr. Ghost or Top Troller previously in the HoN Substitution series, he is going to be your Frog Prince. That's the Polywalk Priest. And that being said, WTF going to be the Moon Queen. Nice new avatar, by the way. As well as Bubbles being played by Endkiller. Kiddo on Revenant, nicely set by Lark. Last but not least, you got Shui playing as the duo support. That would be the MOA. And on the Hellbourne side, nice to see that we got Impunity all the way from Singapore as well. Anduin, Rain, the light shall burn you. And that will be the Wretched Hag. It's interesting that he played a Dark Hero, but anyway. First gonna be your Engineer. Zarina Tara gonna be the Wild Soul. We also got Lucky onto the Pestilence instead. Wow. And last but not least, Rom 2 is gonna be your supporter Luna. So it seems like they decide to rotate the roles a little bit. Lucky is going mid instead. How do you take to that?
Well, Lucky going mid is probably It's okay, because at least he still will be able to. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm the mid player, but I'll still get the aggression going on because they don't want to set up a hag in mid against this Revenor and the support of the Master of Arms, because that's just pretty insane. You're gonna die. Hands down, you're gonna die. Even you get hit by a ball lightning, you get hit by a charge shot, you blink away, you're gonna get the follow up stun from the ball lightning. You're still gonna get screwed. So they don't want to set something. They don't want to set up that bad pace for him. So just putting Lucky in that mid role will still be fairly okay. I'm actually surprised that they wanted Anduin to kind of like go on the hag role.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Like,
I thought that Lucky was gonna be the carry, but no, Anduin's gonna be the carry for this game, and how is he gonna fare? That's the problem. I have got no faith in my friend that plays the carry. That's sad.
You're so mean. Yeah, but Revenor's actually gonna be alone, by the way. So it seems like Moon Queen's gonna be here. No contest at all, but again, you see Tazrina Tara doing a really good job with the Wild Soul Boo Boo, man. Just gonna tank up the creeps and go ahead and farm that behind the safe vicinity of his tower.
Yeah, and that's it. Hellborn and Legions, guys, ladies and gentlemen, game 1 well on the way here, and Pasty is gonna be played by Lucky. Gonna have to change my usual habit of calling the Pasty and the win already. So, yeah, I hope that this game is gonna be fine, and it's gonna be the mid lane where we have Lucky against Kiddo, Revenor, as well as Suri playing as the MOA. At top lane, it's gonna be dual lane from both sides. It's gonna be the Anduin onto the Hag, as well as Rom2 playing as a Luna. We got Sephiroth also as Ankiller, that's the bubbles, and last but not least, we got Mr. Ghost up through it. That would be a Polywall Priest. And down south, it's going to be the fight between two awesomely beautiful women until the Walso gets level 6. But that is going to be Zarina Tara on the Walso, as well as Moon Queen being played by WTF.
Yeah, and the Hag Luna lane is like, this is so weird laning just coming out from both teams. It's so like, what? But yeah, I still don't get why they didn't just put Lucky on the Dampier instead of this
Dampier was banned.
Sorry, not Dampier, the Hag instead of the Pestilence. Oh my god, what am I saying, guys? I'm drunk. Go home, I'm drunk. Wait, I'm home. What the hell am I talking about? Anyways, also bottom lane is doing a good job of pulling the creeps, farming really, really easy. Moon Queen's also doing a really good job of pulling those Warlock creeps to the jungle, so he's doing a very, very good job with that.
Yeah, it is a fantastic job there, but the ball lightning is going to connect on Engineer. He's going to jump in for extra kill potential, but here comes Mr. Ghost with the tongue tied. The Impale is going to slow him a little bit. The Keg is going to connect, but the last hit is not going to be enough. However, Lucky, a little bit of a tight spot there. He is going to be fine, and Impunity, what a big play it is to try and keep the team members safe. The Impale was clutch. It was already behind the trees there, but they know that there is a polywalk in the background, as well as the fact that the Keg is nicely saving fur, so good play from both members there.
Yeah, that Keg saved his butt because he literally threw it at his butt. But yeah, that was really nice plays by him, and Aluna is doing his very best.
Gotta be careful now. Invisible Polywalkers behind, and Lucky might be a little bit of a tight spot now. There goes the tongue tied. Ball lightning coming in. The Keg is not gonna connect, but he can still pot in, but he doesn't want to do that because that would be overextending. So Kiddo knows the sweetest time of all to go in.
Yeah. Again, he got really lucky because his engineer teammate was just running back to the mid lane because he was trying to search for the rune in the bottom, which I think he did get, which is a refreshment. I don't know. I don't really get to see that, but yeah, really lucky. I mean, like, lucky just seems to be like it. You should think it's just it's just a name, but he's always lucky. Even the game where me and Ice casted, where they faced one team and he was on Bushwhack, he got really lucky there. So many luckies in this game.
Yeah, in general, you just need to create your IGN like Heng Heng or Sui Sui. You know, that's very good. Those mean lucky in different language anyway, just for all our non-native speaking people there. Yep, that's it. Please create IGN for that. I will live to cast that. That's it. It's gonna be 0-0 so far. 3 minutes already. Very passive coming from both sides. It's nice to see a little bit of increased aggression coming from Orange esports, but they are not getting the kills. That's the problem when you have a Polywall Priest roaming. He's still at level 1, and for God's sake, if it doesn't get that much level soon, there will not be Voodoo Wards coming out, and that's gonna be sad to see. That's it. However, we're gonna be looking at the kill count so far, and we have a pretty interesting kind of situation. Moon Queen with about 21 and 5, Anduin Reen about 20 and 10, so they're matching up pretty okay. Mid lane, we do have the Pestilence at about 13 and 2, and Kiddo about 15 and 4, so it's pretty fair so far, as long as it's not much of a mistake. But speaking about fair, things are going to shape up quickly, that the tire's going down, and that's going to be Bloodlust for 4 already. They're going to want to milk on this follow-up Priest, and boy, that looks really juicy. That's it, they are going in for Mr. Ghost up throw, and that's going to be easy kill as well. However, down goes Fur because Ankiller is here to try and save the day. Kiddo is still around, and Luna should be a little bit careful right now, because he doesn't have extra support from the rest of his teammates, and Hack's gonna come in. That explains the increased aggression, but I mean, Ankiller definitely knows what's going on, and he's gonna back out as well. So that's gonna materialize to 2-1 with the Bloodlust advantage for Hellborn. So that's 800 gold lead already.
Yeah, really, really good rotation by them there, and to pick up that kill nonetheless. Well, the 2 kills nonetheless. In fact, on top of Bloodlust, so really nicely played by there. I've been laughing the entire game because I keep looking at bottom lane, and it's just like trading off between each other. Like, you see the same thing over and over again. He uses the bear, Tazrina Tower uses the bear to pull the creep wave, and you see WTF pulling the creep wave towards the camps over there, the neutral camps, and the thing is actually WTF gets a better exchange because he's getting the EXP from the creeps of the camp as well as the creeps from the lane. So he's really doing really well, and that's why you see he's already level 6. Even has the steam boots finished already, you know.
Yeah, that's very good coming up for WTF, but don't forget that also that means that there is gonna be farm on the wall. So, and it seems like things are gonna be a little bit different right now. Polywalk is gonna try and make sure that the pull is not gonna be successful, and Zerinatar is not happy about it because half of his pull is completely distracted by the camp there. So he's just gonna man up the bear, and that's gonna be questionable. Just waiting for the camp to end, and he's gonna give up. Meanwhile, top lane is gonna be a kill on Angular. Bubbles going down. That's gonna be quick, and mid lane a little bit of aggression, but still the pull is gonna fail for the first time. But it's still a double stacked creep wave. So
what's Walco doing?
But however, Boo Boo is not supposed to be here, and she's not supposed to be here. What is she doing here? Really?
Yeah. I was like, bro, are you drunk? Cause like I saw him walking down towards the tower when Moon Queen was already there, and I think it's just micromanagement, but nevertheless, they trade their Wild Soul for the Bubbles top, so I think it's
still okay.
Maybe not as okay because Bubbles can kind of get into position much more earlier, much more better in this game. Like once he gets to level 6, he can set up for kills. As for this Wild Soul, he really needs to make sure it doesn't feed because he needs that farm. And Engineer's gonna try to defend this bottom, and I don't know about this so far.
Well, definitely don't know about it because Moon Queen already level 7, and don't forget we have to address the carry as usual. And in this particular case, the carry being Moon Queen is completely unaddressed. She's just happy farming in a new alternate avatar there, the Eclipse avatar, of course. That is what I'm saying. But however, we have got Hack up north doing a pretty good job trying to play catch up so far. At about 350 GPM. I mean, it's not so far from the Moon Queen, but can the Hack carry the mid game better than Moon Queen? That's the question. You need to at least kill the Moon Queen at least twice or thrice to make sure she doesn't have as much farm, and then you have the Hack to play its effect there. But not in this game because you don't have that as obviously no kills on Moon Queen. Moon Queen having nicely mopped up the kill on Zerinatar. That's interesting to see. So far pretty tight game. I wouldn't call it advantage to any sides yet, but I would say there's slight goal lead for Team Hellborn. So I hope that Impunity knows what they're doing and the rotation keeps coming. They are now going to try to address the Moon Queen down south, but with a Luna and Engineer, there's a limited amount of things that those heroes can really do. You need someone with a burst potential, maybe with the Hack, or maybe with the Pesty. So those are the heroes that you need to pick off the Moon Queen.
Yeah, and I was actually watching top lane the whole time you were talking, and Hack actually had a lot of questionable CS as well as the boot swap. He's been constantly sitting on this, what do you call this, intelligence steam boots when Bubbles was throwing out the shell surfs. Would have liked to see him at least trid swap a little bit more efficiently because he has that item. Why not just use it for a trid swap? Actually, middle lane, Pestilence is going to use that swarm on Revenor.
Revenor, a little bit of a tight spot there. It seems like a little bit of backup coming in quickly, but the Kek is going to connect, and is it going to be enough? There goes Revenor, nice stun. It's Revenor trying to run away and make his escape. However, the Impale's going to connect, and that's going to be a kill. They should stop it right now because here comes extra backup. The pot's coming in, that's going to be a Moon Queen. That's the granddaddy of them all. Really be careful. But here comes the Hack. Bad blast today. It's going to go down, but it misses the bubbles only on the MOA. MOA is such a tight spot, but here comes Moon Queen behind, and oh shit, guys, there's a Moon Queen there, and they have to be really careful there. But Master of Shui is just playing so well, joking around, and Moon Queen is going to be blocked by Shui a bit, but that's okay. He's going to be fine. Moon Beam is not going to connect. WTF nicely going to try and snipe out the crib, but Impunity playing it very well as well. So it's going to be a 1:1 exchange, and what a series calling in both carries as well.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm lost for words. Like that team fight was kind of weird because after they killed Revenor, I thought they would have just backed off, but they tried to be more aggressive towards the bubbles, and that ended up costing the life of Luna because I think Luna got 2 tunnel vision over there and just completely died. He didn't track his HP, and this was a really good part by the way coming from WTF to at least secure the kill. Like as a carry, when you see the opportunity to at least pick up kills and make sure that the trade is much more favorable for your team, then it's really that's what you call a good carry, and that's what you saw right there from WTF there. And unfortunately again, that bad blast was just really questionable position about that.
Yeah, speaking of questionable, that's a lot of question there that we have for Anduin Rin. I would thought that he would at least positioning a little bit to the right because you know that Bubbles is going to be there, but no, it's like missing by a slight inch there. It could be that Bubbles is very lucky. Maybe not as lucky, but still pretty lucky himself. So that's it. We're looking at about 9 minutes into this game. 4-4. Still a very much day game. That's what we love about both teams because they are so good at this top-tier gameplay that they are doing a very good job. That's it. It is pretty much anyone's game. And they want to win this because there is prize pool of about 3,000 Ring in Malaysia on the line here. That's one. Second, it does give you a little bit of a better position going to the grand finals. That has got 100,000 Singapore dollars there. So it is a very big tournament after all.
Very, very big indeed. And I actually saw something happen really funny to Luna. He tried to pull, actually not pull, he was just tagging this medium camp over here with the double Minotaurs. I think he wasn't looking around and he was just taking a lot of auto attacks from that Minotaur. He has the invisibility rune, by the way. He buys a ward. I'm not sure if he's going to place this because that will probably just break you out of invisibility. Yep, he's actually going to just do it right there because they know that they want to set up for a push at the top lane already. They're probably looking towards that already. Wild Soul doesn't have the best amount of farm. Again, he's doing the sneaky play of using... Oh, okay, he's not going to use Boo to pull the creeps. Instead, he just sends it back right now because he knows that Tower's in really, really grave danger. He actually goes for Ghost Marches first on his bear, so... just gonna be delaying his Mock of Brilliance even that much more longer.
Yep, and I do believe that he knows that he needs the bear to be able to chase down members quickly. And that would be one of the main reasons why he has got Ghost Marches there. But it's gonna be a little bit hard for him to micro that as well in an intense team fight. So I'm gonna be looking forward to see how he's gonna cope with that. That said, the tower is gonna be very low right now. 161, but still not within deniable range. That is regrettable for Team Hellborn. Legion's gonna call for a pause so far. And that's it. I mean, Lark, what are your thoughts walking into this game so far? Are you pleased with what you're seeing? Are you happy? Are you happy man at home?
What? Yeah, I am. I'm very happy I'm at home now.
As in,
Chill.
for this game, bro. I'm asking about this game, not about... Enough about you. Come on, stop being so narcissistic.
Oh my god, this game. Yeah, but this game's really fun to watch. It's like, it's really tight. You can't say that the advantage is really in anyone's favor now. Because if you notice, all towers are still up in every single freaking lane. Like, okay, yes, Legion team has been taking a lot of damage as compared to the Hellborn side, but the Hellborn they're about to lose their tier 1 at the bottom lane if they don't defend this. Walso is just trying to defend this with his life, and I have to say that it's getting to a point where Orange Esports is a really, really good spot because Hellborn just cannot find the traction to really build up that much more steam. Moon Queen is just doing a really good job. He already has the Whispering Helmet. That's why he's going to accelerate his farm even that much more faster. And he's already sitting at 375, the highest GPM in the game. So it's not going to slow down. It's not going to stop. He is already 2-0-0. So yeah, at least he's able to pick up on 2 kills. So currently, I definitely have to give the favor still towards... I was about to say WTF's favor, but I mean Orange's favor. Because they're a bunch of oranges. So.
And that's going to be good because we're looking at this game and Ankilla is coming back here. But I would say that if you compare both teams into the mid game and late game, even then it's gonna be questionable who is gonna win this game. That's the problem because there's a Tricore on Hellborn side and they are looking pretty good so far. Hag is doing pretty, has got very good farm, about 350 plus. And Killer, sorry, not Ank, wrong guy. Yeah, Pasty Lucky is having pretty good farm, 250 as well. The only problem being Zarina Tara having about 180 only. So he needs to cope quicker. And if he has got good farm, this game would definitely be going into its Hellborn's favor. Don't forget that Kido is also doing pretty well in mid lane, WTF as well, but the problem is that Team Legion, they don't have a third member there to try and match this fight here. So it's gonna have to be between the dual core as well as the tricore and see who's gonna get that. Meanwhile, the tower is gonna be within deniable range right now, and I mean, Hag is not able, he definitely doesn't want to risk this, so he is not gonna get this, and the tower is gonna be denied. There we go.
Like, if he goes in, he's gonna die. Polywog has the Polywog.
Bottom lane, there may be a similar deny as well.
Oh, yeah.
If it's gonna be possible, the fort's gonna come in here, and yup, trading denies. So both teams know what they're doing very well.
They could actually kill top if they wanted to. They have Sword of Sight here. But Polywog Priest is in the vicinity. I'm not sure if they're gonna try to jump these bubbles. Besides, the bubble is pretty hard to kill. I have to say that Legion team is still having the better job. There is some defense here in middle lane by the engineer, but look at Pestilence. Oh no, that's Illusion. Okay, so he's trying to scare the Moon Queen, I believe. But Moon Queen's not gonna fall for middle lane though.
Yeah, mid lane, it seems like Lucky is gonna be a little bit of a tight spot there. The Voodoo Wolf's gonna come out, but he's gonna land a stun. Revenant before runs away. That's the Illusion, so it's gonna be okay. The Bug will take flight. That's the beauty of Pestilence. He doesn't even need high escape mechanism. Steam Boots with Take Flight, he does have very high movement speed, about 432, and that's insane. That's like the speed of a Ghost Marches already. So that's the power of a Pestilence with a Steam Boots because of the Take Flight. And in general, you need to make sure that this Pestilence gets addressed. He doesn't have much depth yet, only 1, and 2. I mean, Orange, you want to have to make this game a lot more aggressive, but if you look at the amount of kills so far, there is nothing there. And this is very unlike Orange, where in most of these games I've casted in HoN Tour Southeast Asia, those series, as in those matches, they were always there for the taking, man. They were always there to make sure that the opponents get milked out. They always capitalize on every single mistake, as well as the aggression is always 100%. In this game, the aggression is a little bit unfounded because I do believe that Mr. goes on to Polywalk Priest. It's, again, not as effective as his Glacius. That's the problem there.
Yeah, really, like, this... Okay, Legion team, at least they're trying to, you know, milk out on whatever they can from this Predators, I mean this triple stack Ancients. You see Moon Queen's just constantly farming. He doesn't want to be involved in any team fight yet until he gets that Shrunken Head, which he will eventually get it, I believe. But the longer that they actually decide to do this, the longer, I mean the better it is for Walso, because Walso will eventually pick up that, you know, so I was about to say Shrunken Head. I mean the Mock of Brilliance, gonna push down towers so fast with the bear and his alt bear form. Of course, you know, when you have the bear form, you have the ability to just enrage your Boo Boo and do even much more damage. So I don't know, like Hellburn team can find that sweet spot here in this game if the Legion team doesn't set up some type of aggression just yet.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping there's a little bit of extra aggression coming from both sides, but it's not going my way and things are not happening yet, so that's a bit sad to see. Furhead does have a Spider Mine here to try and block out this Ancient. That's interesting. I do think it should be effective, but just for extra precaution, Anduin's going to land a Ward of Wrath there. So the Ancient is going to get denied from the Legion side. That's going to deny them a lot of gold onto WTF's bank because he does have... He's playing the Moon Queen with multi-strike. That's going to be easy farming for him. Already at level 12 and doing about only 11, but there's already a light brand. However, Whispering Helm already on WTF. Plus the fact he's got a 2.6k gold in the bank. Or rather now just picking up a Warhammer. So that's, again, a lot of extra items coming out from WTF.
Yeah, and there was actually tried kill attempt at the top lane with Hag against this Bubbles. Hag will eventually pick up the Grim of Power, and that's a really huge item for them. I'm really hoping that Pestilence can pick up his portal key really soon. He's so close to it. They're lacking that initiation coming up from this.
Fur's gonna be a bit of a tight spot there. Tangta's gonna make sure that Fur is gonna go down today. Yes, the last hit is gonna be enough. Wow, a little bit close there, but still, the kill on Fur is very much appreciated. So that's level 5. The main problem is that he didn't have the ulti to work with. If not, it would be possible that he could run away. So, I mean, Engineer man at play, and he needs some levels at least. Give him the level 6 and he should be fine.
Yeah, they even got still Ancient, so that's an even bigger blow towards them. A Luna ballsy, man, running in. Holy shit.
They're going into man up and say, hey, get on my land, man. This is my land, my house, my rules. Get out. Like a real girl normally do. But that's it, here comes Kiddo to try and met up, and it seems like the porting onto Anduin is going to be successful. That's a great play by Kiddo. Meanwhile, Tangtai onto Pessy. Lucky not able to go to its full effect there. They're trying to pick up the kill on Ankiller, but Luna is going to be questionable. He goes down to Kiddo, that's quick, and Bubbles is also going to pay the price. However, it's going to be 2-1 so far, and don't forget that Anduin did buy back there. Questionable again. Why they hit buyback? It wasn't even needed. It doesn't seem like the team fight is going to last that long anyway.
Yeah, they wanted to see whether or not he wanted to see whether or not that he could actually, you know, set up for another kill, at least a turnaround kill, because they actually lost a lot out of that in that exchange. They lost their Ancients, they lost a couple of kills, and yeah, they lost the buyback as well because that wasn't as effective, and that sets him back even more. So that grip of power which he was about to have is just looking very, very far away. Like, he's not gonna have that anytime soon. I'm actually surprised that Pestilence didn't purchase the portal key earlier before he ported in, so kind of a misplay there. But they will at least try to get this tier 1 bot. Maybe not. Seems like a lot of ports coming in.
Yeah, and that's it. Yep, they are gonna effectively deny this tower here. So that's gonna be the second tower denied from Team Hellborn. And I do believe that Hellborn only denied their bottom tower. The mid tower wasn't denied, am I correct?
Yeah, the mid tower was denied. Actually, I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, Anduin died again.
Yeah,
Wow.
he died. That creep, man. That Skeleton King, your favorite King Leoric, actually latched him down and they ended up killing him. That's really, really nice
Yeah.
usage of the Whispering Helm creep up there.
Never underestimate the power of Leoric.
Never, ever. Yeah, I think it was a deny mid, by the way. Tizrina Tara did do that, I believe. He was supporting
Oh,
there.
pot in by Lucky. It's gonna be good enough to pick up the kill on Shrey. He does also have got a double damage already on him. But here comes the Polar Priest to try messing up. That's a great ward. However, it is not enough to stop him. Or maybe it is. They are able to pick up the kill, but it's a good trade between Mr. Ghost as well as Shrey as well as Lucky. But don't forget, that's one of the Tricore members, and it's not as good a trade if you ask me, going for the help on side. The ball lining is gonna miss, so Kido will not get a kill. A bit of a misplay, but a good side step coming out from Luna, played by Rob 2.
Yeah, and the best thing is that they got a really huge team fight. That was a beautiful war trip, by the way. They traded Master of Arms for your mid lane carry Pestilence, so it's looking pretty grim for impunity.earth right now. They need to find some traction, at least, you know, set up more ganks. The Hag really needs that Grim of Power. I cannot say how imperative that he really needs that item now, because that's the main thing that can probably get them back in this game.
Yes, having Anduin play as a carry is a different perspective because he is always used to play the mid lane and roaming around a little bit. And before Lucky joined Impunity, he was playing as a carry for a short while. But it's a different traction altogether because right now he is more used to the ganking route. And as you can see, Hack is flying all across the map. That's good in a certain sense, but the bad thing is that he's not getting killed and he's getting killed. So that is the problem with the Hack, and he needs to farm for the Grimoire before he comes out again. He should have it in about 700 plus gold, there we go, and would be good for the go ahead then. But that being said, Impunity now is a little bit behind with about 4k advantage going to Orange Esports, and Orange doing a lot of work. Don't forget, as always, the WTF factor there. He is the Moon Queen, and he is farming 460 GPM, and Hack is nowhere close that level, so you are gonna have to address WTF. There is no death on this guy, and if he doesn't die, this game is gonna be done in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, and okay, so really good things that's happening now for Hellburn is the fact that the Sacred Relic, oh my god, Sacred
Hey, is that
Relic.
actually a fill Ward of Breath because the Ancient still did spawn in the Legion side?
On the Legion side...
Yeah, the Ancients here by the Ward of Breath. Oh yeah, actually we're cancelled.
No,
so
that was... No, that was... yeah, it's really worded. I have to say that, what is this? The good signs of life for Hellburn is the fact that the Sword of the High is already purchased on the bear. So he will have his Mako Brilliance soon, which kind of slows down the aggression from Legion teams slightly and allows the Hellburn team to push down really, really quickly. Hag does have the Blessed Aura, by the way, so he's gonna finish up his Grimoire Power soon. The next team fight will be pretty good for them.
Yeah, and that's it. It's pretty good, and Hellborn side is definitely a little bit struggling here, is very far behind, and Legion on the flip side doing a lot of work. 4k gold lead for Team Legion, and that's Orange Esports. Hellborn team a little tad behind, but I hope that they are able to catch up. That's it. Legion's gonna try and push on the top lane, so they will get it done nicely. Whereas on the flip side, Hellborn, they still don't have much of a power just yet. They are managing themselves to try and push down the mid lane. It is definitely going down. The Revenant comes in a little bit too late, however, he's got a ball key, and there goes the ball lightning. He's gonna connect nice on Zernatar. The Impel is gonna miss. Zernatar now is gonna have to scream run away, however, he does have the Patsy to try and save him, so he should be fine. And on the flip side, at the bottom lane though, it's gonna be a pot away by Anduin there, so just turning to see him. There we go. He's gonna be able to run away because the Moon Queen did pot back to defend the bottom lane.
Yeah, and right now, Wild Soul does not have the bear to work with because it died, so he loses a lot of... Oh, okay, no, actually, he just pulled it out. Okay, I'm insane. Boo Boo is going to be able to take out this triple stack, I believe. And he is getting very close to what is it called? The Mako Brilliance there. He just purchases it right there. Pestilence could probably even go for a Mighty Blade. I feel like he should just purchase that Mighty Blade now and keep it in his inventory because he's gonna get completely crushed in the next team fight because his HP pool is pretty low at this current stage of the game with a lot of the burst potential coming from Legion team. WTF has that Shrunken Head and Firebrand plus Whispering Helm, so it's just so scary, man. It's looking so damn scary from Legion team, Legion lineup right now. The Grimoire of Power will do a lot of work, but I feel like even now, Hag probably needs just go for a straight up Hell Flower or a Culture Sheepstick and then just get the Shrunken Head later. Or even just go for a Shrunken Head first and just hope that he pops it after the Moon Queen so that he's able to you know, pop out the Bat Blast. But in the meantime though, bottom lane they actually pick up that kill onto Fur, by the way. Kelp Field was used, and I don't think Energy Field was used either, so This could probably allow Legion team to, no, Hellburn team to actually take a team fight if Engineer is gonna be respawning in the next 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, that's it. I'm hoping that this game is gonna be pretty good. I so far am pretty pleased with the early part of this game, but not so much in the later stages, and that is the problem because we're looking at a lot of stuff happening here, like a Hellbourne team, a Legion team, sorry, pushing down their bottom lane tower, but nothing really coming to fruition from the Hellbourne side. They do have the Zarina Tara, and we does have the Bulk of Brilliance, by the way, so that's gonna be pretty good coming to the next team fight. But is it gonna be maximized? That's the problem there.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're literally like, okay, what Hellburn team needs to do is like try to probably set up a team fight somewhere, but don't overextend until the point they actually lose a hero. Let the War Beast push down the lane. Like, just do the sneaky plays like we saw in the previous game. Like, holy shit, the TFWG guys and like what they did in that previous game, like have your War Beast constantly, not War Beast, holy crap, I mean your Waltz constantly just push another lane while the rest of your team, you know, tries to, you know, cushion
the Revenant comes in, looking for the kill, but the pot away is not going to be effective because Ball Lightning is already on Hack. Hack's trying to run away, but Hack doesn't have flash for the next 1 second, and he's going to turn around. What a big... Oh my god, that Bad Blast just smashed the freaking kiddo down, and that is the problem though. He was completely affected, but Engineer now first going down. And what a gameplay come from Anduin there. He was going down, but the Bad Blast and all the nuke, the Sonar Scream, everything is Arsenal. He threw it out there. He does have the Grimoire, and that definitely helped him a lot.
Yeah, big freaking plays over there by the Hag. Yes, some people would kind of say, oh man, that's a wasted the use of the Bad Blast. You should have just died and take the next team fight. But actually, in this kind of sense, it's pretty alright because he does survive. He slows down Revenor's farm. He's not going to be able to pick up a Shrunken in the next team fight. Yes, Bad Blast is down, but it will eventually be up before the next team fight happens because they're not going to take a team fight when Revenor doesn't have that Shrunken head just yet. That was really huge. Big cojones on Anduin, man. Huge mana by him to actually just straight up use the Bat Blast into the Sonar Scream, HoN, auto attacks, everything. He just churned out every single spell he had. Only 1.4k HP in Revenor, so really good coming out from this this Anduin guy. Really good job there.
Yeah, very good work coming out from Anduin. Previously was known as Trinity. For you guys who don't know that, he is having pretty good fun, but still the Moon Queen is the problem in this game. And guys, from my brothers from another Mario in Singapore, please address the Moon Queen. He is already at very good farm level, 540 plus, and that's insane. I mean, this is no Nox, but still WTF is doing a lot of work in this game, and you're gonna have to respect that. He does have the Shrunken Head as well as the Geometer's Bane, and he should be looking at completing the next item. That would be, I'm afraid, it's gonna be a Symbol of Rage.
Yeah, most probably could be the symbol. It could even be that what is that, the Wing Bow and even a Behemoth's Heart to finish it up. But I definitely think that it could be that Symbol of Rage just so that he can, you know, stand. What the hell? Okay, just spamming out his ulti there. Just to, you know, stand in team fights and auto attack me down. At the same time, leech back to life. I really like the fact that maybe holding off on the Symbol of Rage and just going for a straight up butterfly wing bow, because that will mean that he can actually avoid the core procs coming up from Pestilence and the auto attacks from Richard High. Because High's actually doing a decent amount of damage now because of the Grimbar
Bubbles
doing effect. Here we go,
and
Bubbles.
Killer mid lane going in. Silence on to Pesty. Pesty's in a lot of trouble. Pesty goes down, but here comes the Moon Queen with the ulti taunt. Doesn't use it just yet. Engineer is going to be fine. The Kag is going to connect, but a little bit questionable because that just propped him all the way back, and he didn't even land on Bubbles. So that's a sad thing to see. That being said, it's going to be 2 for nothing there, and I mean, orange.esports still stepping up here with the game. They definitely have got a lot of lead here, 7.6k goal lead so far. Impunity very far behind, but Impunity can still come back. The problem is the Moon Queen, they are not addressing the carry, and that is worrisome, because if you look at both the mid lane, you have got pretty good item pick. I do believe Pessi already completed a Shrunken Head. Previously it was about 2k gold, and Revenant about 2.9k there, so both of them should already have the Shrunken Head completed. The difference in this entire game is that Bubbles only has got a portal key and Energizer, whereas for Zarina he already has got the Mark of Brilliance. And should be looking for a next item pretty soon. I think it's on the bear. Is it on the bear? Let me just check that out. Items on the bear. Check. There's only the Mark of Brilliance, so that's okay. And he does have a self-plated Greaves, so that is good. And that's it. The other factor to look into is both carries, although both of them are pretty close in terms of level, 17 and 18 respectively, but Hack doesn't have much of a offensive item. He only has got that Grimoire of Power, whereas the WTF, man, he is looking for the extra gold for maybe a Beaver's Heart. I mean, he's got 3k, man, and this guy is not fretting at all. He is playing very well as the Moon Queen.
Yeah, very, very much so. I'm not sure what item he's gonna go for. I would definitely like that wing bow pickup. That would be pretty good. Unless he just wants to be really sustainable and have that behemoth's heart, he will not die at all. Because if there's a team fight, they won't be able to do anything. Hack's actually really close to Shrunken Head, by the way. Revenant does pick up a Shrunken Head of his own, and I wanted to talk about the top lane a little bit earlier, where Wild Soul was actually trying to push split push and destroy the defense tier 2 tower at the top lane, but kind of backed out. Oh, Aluna, you need to be careful, bro. He's gonna be fine for the time being, so should be alright.
Yeah.
Portal key is up on Poly with Priest as well, so that's another huge item.
Yeah, and that is pretty good. I mean, it's a big deal on the Polywar Priest. It does have the portal key, which means that he is not really playing support this game. Shui is the one doing a lot of warding, and if you realize Shui is also the one doing a lot of the warding, let's just examine the wards here. Yep, it's all Shui one. And oh, sorry, that's a Skeleton King. My bad. Yeah, that's also Shui as well as yeah, it's all Shui. So it is a different role in this game. Wretched Hack now is gonna get Hacked out there. He should be really careful. Tongue tie going on. This is gonna be a big kill for Legion team. Hack is going down. Yes, there is no question to that. He shouldn't be able to pull off another big bad blast because there is no way he could fight the tongue tie. That's it. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this game, a lot of work being done by Shui playing as the hardcore support and Mr. Ghost playing as the secondary one. They did decide that Mr. Ghost doesn't need shutdown because Polywar Priest would be warding. However, it doesn't seem to be the case coming from Legion side because Shui is the one that's doing the warding and Polywar Priest is playing secondary support. So with the portal key, he's gonna be a lot more effective in terms of ganks and a lot more. And I mean, the Frog, man, you gotta give the Frog Prince some credit. It's so rare we see him these days.
Yeah, it's so good that he's here. Like, I think he actually ported in bottom as soon as the Hag port. Oh, that was just really huge overextension by Hag to just blink behind the tower without any vision like that. Like, you can't do that when you're going against a team like Legion's lineup. And I really like WTF's item choice here, man. This guy is like thinking on the same level as me. He's going for that straight up wing bow, which is just perfect. It's gonna offer him a lot of armor, by the way. So it's gonna kind of negate the effectiveness of the swarm effect, which is only level 2, mind you, because he's still level 4. They're nowhere close to getting that level 16 just yet. They can take a next team fight and it will be very, very favorable for this Legion lineup.
Yep, and that's it. It's gonna be 14-7, and as the game progresses, Hellborn is slowly progressing off the cliff here, and Legion is nicely escalating to a good spot. So I'm saying that I'm calling the Orange will win this one. It's still a bit early to say that, but considering the fact that WTF already has got Dancing Blade, it may not be a very good item because it's gonna be a wing bow, but definitely not a Gendro. But I think that it's gonna be the only factor. I mean, if I'm WTF, I would have gone for the Symbol of Rage straight up. Maybe even the, I don't know, maybe something else.
You're insane, man. I would go for Wingbow straight, bro. Like, Wingbow's the only way to go here because it offers the ability to negate the swarm ability. You have more faster attack speeds, which ties in really nicely with your Geometer's Bane plus your multi-strike. So it's really, really good item pickup for him. He can still go for a Symbol of Rage, maybe even after this, I mean, not after, he already has his Wingbow, so you can even go for Symbol of Rage next, and then even a Behemoth start and just be completely unstoppable. Bottom lane, oh, they actually pick up Kiddo right here.
Yep,
Pestilence.
I just zoomed in on time there, and Kiddo did go down.
That's really good use of their abilities. Babael was used, by the way, so they won't have that available. But I don't think they really need that just yet because if Revenant goes down, they don't have their initiation potential, and I don't think they want to go as 4 right now. They can actually take the tier 2 bottom, but because they don't have wards or visions, they don't have the god vision like we do. So that's why they're kind of afraid to actually take that.
Yep, and that's it. They don't know most of these members of Team Legion where they are and their whereabouts, so they will not do that. However, I mean, Moonqueen is just being completely irritating with his illusion attempted push and even dealing a lot of damage on the Luna. Luna is like, oh my god, they're so low to so it's already below 50% health, so that is the ability of the Moonqueen's illusion alone. And yeah, I guess it's right that a Wingbow can help in terms of pushing and in terms of damage output, but it is not gonna give him a lot of extra sustainability to a certain extent. That is good. It's gonna be sad because I mean, Symbol of Rage does give him a bit more health in terms of the facing off against the Bad Blast. But yep, he does have Shrunken to deal with that, so that's gonna be good. And he does have a lot of space. And speaking of WTF, man, again 3k goal. This guy printing money again from Federal Bank. He does work as part of the taxing department, so he is doing a lot of work in this game. And yeah, I mean, Hellborn, there is nothing that can possibly match this right now. You got Anduin Rin, and he does have the Grimoire power and they shrunk it, but he is farming pretty modestly like most of us common people do. Unfortunately, not like the high-ranking official WTF that has got a lot of money in the bank, so that's the thing in this game, and I would say that Orange esports has got a lot of extra advantage so far.
Yeah, if Ice was here, he'd probably be saying that Vision team, like WTF is really taxing out the end win-win right now. Bet you that's what he would be saying. But they're actually gonna drop wards and try to take Kong here. This is a good decision by them. There is no vision for Hellborn team. They cannot take this. But the red power true goes through, so they can actually see that. But in the meantime, there's a split push happening at the top lane. This is really good for Hellborn. Yes, they can give up Kong. That's no problem at all. As long as they can get this tier 2. Oh no, he actually backs off because Following Priest is in the vicinity with a portal, so wants to be careful. But he's gonna go in again though.
Yep, gonna try to snipe out the tower there, but it's gonna be questionable. The tower does go down, but at what cost it is? The tongue tie is going down, and Undoing Reed now trying to run away, but is it gonna be possible? No, I don't think so. And it's a heavy price to pay for a tower there. That's the carry, and mistakes like this you should make, because on the flip side, Moon Queen is really pushing the mid lane, because he knows that this is not a triquad that he's facing. It's only 2 members there. The stun's going down, WTF taking a little bit of a beating there. The Keg is also gonna connect, but it is not gonna affect him too much, only at about 50% health there. And I mean, the biggest problem from Hellborn right now is that Zerina Tara doesn't have much of an item, and that's the Waltzer for you. And he needs items to be effective in the next team fight. If this game drags beyond its prime, maybe Zerina Tara playing the Waltzer plus the hack can do something against the Moon Queen, but I don't think that they have the space to pump that kind of item right now.
Yeah, and I don't know, like he's just so far away from Soul's Bulwark. I would have actually liked them to see them capitalize on the solo Moon Queen when they ported. They're gonna get this base tower and they're probably gonna take Rex right now. There should be a huge team fight happening. Look at those Glaives, man! Holy shit! Luna.
Holy cow, mama, here comes the big gang on WTF, but WTF is gonna try to run away. There goes the Moon Finale. He does still have the token, guys, so he is still gonna be fine. That's it. Endkiller is not gonna be okay. He is gonna be saved by Master's Call a little bit, but he is still going down there. That's it. Impale is not gonna land a stun on Moon Queen because he has already popped the Shrunken Head. That's gonna be okay. Boo Boo is gonna be challenged, but Boo Boo is gonna be fine. And they did expand away that token of life, and that they only just at the cost of only the tier 3 at the mid lane, so that is not something that is too heavy for Team Hellborn to bear with. And I would say that definitely the fight will go in favor of Team Hellborn, even though they did sacrifice both of their spots, so it's a little bit sad to say that playing a support you will not survive most team fights, but I think they are more than fine with that. So that's it. Addressing the Moon Queen's token straight up, that's very good.
Yeah, and I do believe that well, I wouldn't say that it was the best for them because they had expelled the buyback as well on Anduin, so he has no buyback anymore. I think Legion team knows this. If they catch a Russian Hack out here, like
yeah, Hack is going down. This is such a big throw right now. Hack in a lot of trouble. Is that gonna be enough backup? That's the question. There's no stun on the Polywar Priest, so Hack goes down. There is no more buyback despite the amount of gold that he has in the bank, so he needs to wait for 70 seconds and sit there in the nice little Jill squad and wait for his Rex to go down. There is nothing he could really do. The rest is going to be up to his teammates. Can Lucky do something about this Moon Queen? I highly doubt so. There's already a symbol of rage, so that's going to be the perfect gameplay out there. And the Glaives is doing a lot of work there. Even though Voodoo Ward's going to be out here, so they do want to take this Rex, and they will be able to take it because of a slight misplay by Anduin there. It seems like the mini Rex is going down, or rather went down. The range Rex also will go down, and nothing can stop WTF right now. They might even want to capitalize on this mistake and translate into a little bit of a bottom push, which is going to happen right now. Anduin still has got 30 seconds on the respawn, and when he comes back, he's going to scream revenge. But can he get them? That's going to be another question altogether. So right now, I mean, Orange Esports in a very good spot, 20k goal lead, and get into game 1. Guys, this is only game 1, and they are already playing so well. Orange Esports doing a lot of work so far. Moon Queen going to try and bash on the tier 3 here. Anduin 20 seconds. There is no one else coming. Follow-up push, taking a little bit of aggressive approach. Is it going to pay off? That's the question. Down goes the Moon Finale. It's going down on the Crypts. The Luna pays the price. Endkiller will take care of the engineer. That's okay. But Zerina Tara is not effective at all, and there's nothing to really do. And because of this recent kill, even when Hex comes back, it's not going to be a full 5 for him. So it's going to be a little bit sad to see. That said, the melee is going to be challenged right now. It's also going down, and Hellborn will call concede.
Yeah, they cannot fight that game. Like I said, like they have a small window of opportunity to win the game, and that's like within the middle stages, and also if they snowball. But they didn't snowball at all. They gave so much farm towards this Moon Queen, who practically just steamrolled their entire base over there because of this multi-strike and his Jumater's Bane. There's so many auto attacks going in, plus the Wing Bow on top of that. It's so fast attack speed that impunity.earth, like, even you sit back, you're gonna get hit by the glaives. You saw there, Luna was taking so much damage just from the glaive bounces that he had to back off really, really far, not in time to support the rest of his team when they were getting jumped on, and that's just the end of it. Like, you cannot do anything against that heavy Moon Queen in that Legion team.
Yep, that's it. We're gonna just sit tight, get ready for game 2, and we hope you guys enjoyed that cast there. It is definitely a hearty congratulations to Orange Esports for winning the first game, but being a best of 3 and now being game 2, can Impunity come back with a straight rise from the grave kind of situation where they just win 2-0 there? It's gonna be the ace game coming from both sides now, the next one. Definitely Impunity more so than Orange Esports because they can't afford to lose another one, or they're gonna be out of this, as in they will lose this top spot for this mini series called Rally 2, but that doesn't disqualify them from the big tournament. That's still gonna happen next year. I do believe it is gonna be in January, and I mean it's gonna be a huge prize pool, man. So I hope that they are prepared for that, and losing this particular position doesn't really matter to them, but it will, however, make sure that they are not in a very good standing when it goes to the big grand tournament there. So it's going to be pretty questionable. I do believe they will have to fight with Bricks, which is the winner of the first Call of Rally. That's it. This is Babael, and joining me is Lark. We'll be back with more games in about a few minutes, so do sit tight and see you guys soon. Goodbye.